Well, a very good morning, Dartfish friends. It's the final day of the Acropolis Rally of Greece. It's always a little bit sad when we get to the final day, isn't it? But so much happening around this rally. I don't think we can take anything for granted. Yes, it's a short day, as sadly we have got used to. 3 stages, 50 plus kilometres. Not too many. How many is it, Luke Barry? How many kilometres?
You put me on the spot. I'm going to say 50 plus.
50 plus, yeah. I think it's 53. Shortish day. Okay, look, we've seen drama. We've seen just how rough the stages have been this year. But my goodness me, an extra little bit of interest from yesterday evening as we came back from that final stage on the motorway service station. The most incredible storm, and I know I like to sometimes get a little bit over the top and exaggerated, but this was one of the biggest storms I have ever seen. The sky was full of the most incredible lightning for a couple of hours. And the rain coming up the motorway, Adrian, it was a real struggle just to see where the road was.
That was just insane. The wind was so strong, the rain was really, really heavy. It was just incredible.
And you got...
It was beautiful. In the sky it was beautiful, but then...
And you got stuck in the service park.
We got stuck in the service park, in the mud. It was like a pool.
You poor thing. But you're here this morning. What, have you heard the conditions in the stages? Has it affected the conditions at all?
Well, the first one is damp, but it's drying up quickly. But the next one, which will be the power stage, it's a lot of mud.
Oh, that could make things interesting. Good luck out there. He needs a wee bit of luck, Adrian, doesn't he? He's not had a lot over the course of this event. You've cooled down now, have you? You were very hot yesterday. Boy, oh boy. Poor lad in the regroup down in Loutraki, really struggling with the heat. Not just because it was hot, because there was a lot of heat coming into the car. So there we are. Adrian Formo, what can he do out there this morning? Who knows? That storm was incredible. Genuinely, as we were driving through it, I thought it's got to affect things tomorrow. I thought maybe we might even lose a few kilometres today because of it. But they are good roads. They're in good shape. As Adrian said, they're damp, a little bit wet in places. It'll be interesting. A brace of Pumas this one. Do you know what? Which Rally 1 car is the only Rally 1 car to have so far completed every kilometre without any issues? It's this one, Jordan, the only one. Every other Rally 1 car has had a problem or two out there during the course of the rally. Jordan, you're the only one. You're the only one that's had no issues. You've got to keep that going for 3 more stages.
Yes, I think so.
Going to be tough though, particularly after that rain last night, that weather we had. You're maybe a little bit unpredictable, the conditions this morning.
It depends on the ground. The next one will be quite dry because it's very rocky. And so I don't expect any issues, and it will be quite okay. The next one is completely different because it's red. The ground is red, so they will be very, very muddy and slippery.
It's going to be an interesting morning. Keep it together, Jordan. Well done. There we are. Yeah. What? Sorry. Retirement. No, we're not. I'm not ever going to speak to Jordan again about retiring. I think he's a man. Do you know what the oldest competitor ever in the WRC? Do you know how old he was?
Japanese, no?
No, he was a Polish driver on the Safari Rally 2 years ago now. He was in his 90s.
90s.
I think he drove a Rally 3 car in his 90s. Him and his wife.
No, I won't do that.
You got about 30 years left. Oops, sorry. There we are. Who's that? Elvin Evans. We might head up that way just to take a look at Elvin's car. Last time we saw Elvin's car, side of the motorway, heading in towards Athens. Good morning, Freddie. How are you this morning? Feeling good?
All fine, yeah, thanks.
Good to see you. What did you think of that little stage last night, by the way, the little stage in the service station on the motorway? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was nice for the public, I think, but it's not a favorite of the drivers. But okay, I think it's part of the game, and so yeah, it has to be in.
How was your drive back? Our drive back was a little bit scary in that storm.
Actually, it was quite good because I was behind the wheel, so it was nice. I enjoyed it.
Jordan had a little sleep.
Exactly, yeah.
Good lad. Well done, though, for getting back. Well, there we go. Jordan again, warming up. Just it's a funny story that we were told yesterday. So as we all know by now, Mark Cavendish is here, Sir Mark Cavendish. And, and there was a group of athletes, a group of rally drivers, co-drivers, 1 or 2 team personnel who went on a ride with Mark Cavendish on Wednesday night up a very steep hill in Lamia. At one point, Jordan was actually leading the way up the hill with probably 20 athletes behind him, saying, "Look at Jordan Serdarid, he's leading the way up there." He had one hand on the police motorbike. You were caught, Jordan. And do you know what?
It was the brother of Athanasioulas. Me.
Wasn't you? Wasn't Yeah, I don't blame him. I'd have probably just jumped on the back of the police motorbike and left my bicycle. It was a great sight. Well done. 60 years old, and he was flying up and down those mountains with a little bit of assistance. It was good fun. Let's go have a little look. Remember when we saw this car yesterday? Do you know what? The mechanics, fair play to the mechanics and the engineers. The car got back into service last night. They went straight into Park Fermé because it was after 11 o'clock. I'm not quite sure what time Elvin's, because he's super rally, so they may have repaired this last night. But they didn't have a lot of time. But it's almost like new front panels, new bonnet. Remember, that was one of the big issues, securing that bonnet. It does look like new wings, new front skirt on the car. Fantastic job done. There wasn't a lot of damage, you'd have to say. It was a low-speed roll. Not a lot of damage, but obviously it was far from ideal for Elvin and Scotty. But yeah, look, what do we call these? Do we call these sills above the doors? What do we call them? What do we call them? What do we call this part that goes up here? What's that? This whole thing here is the A-pillar. This bit, okay. Right, there we go. I'm learning. I have learned more this morning than in the past 10 or 15 years. We got a little lesson in how the engine works from Adrien Formeau before we started recording. You see, there's a little bit of splashed oil in the engine bay there. So Elvin explained what happened there. The power we saw, and if you've watched the video, you'll see it. Elvin working away really hard on the car. There was a lot of oil. The car was upside down. When a car's upside down, some of your oils leak out, and that's really all that happened. But it went all over the place, the power steering oil. Elvin sorted it, and off he went. There we are, just moving the wheels there. He just wants to check a couple of things, maybe in terms of settings on the springs. But it's all pretty relaxed. The other job to do today is to make sure that they get through, secure as many points on Super Sunday for himself, and maybe more importantly for the team. You know, the Team Manufacturers Championship still very much alive. And it's going to be tight over the last 3 rallies. It's going to take a super effort from all of the Toyota drivers to wrestle that lead from Hyundai. But it's still very doable, particularly the manufacturers. Scotty, what time did you get back last night?
To the hotel?
Yeah.
I think it was just before 11.
Not too bad. Did you get caught in the storm?
Yeah, driving back to the hotel, we got caught in it, yeah. So I was asleep by 1.
Jeez, asleep by 1, up again probably by 6:30, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Long days, really long, such a long day yesterday. Such a long day. Elvin, are you well this morning?
Yeah,
good man, good man.
I see you've got new...
Yep, new ones this morning. I don't know why, they were looking a bit grubby, the other ones.
Okay.
So.
They're a bit more fancy than the ones.
Yeah, the other ones were made for me.
Okay.
Yeah, these ones, these are off the shelf. They're kind of a little more matching as well.
Ah, yeah.
So, what do you mean are they? What do you mean? Matching what? Look, if I were to have to go wandering through the bush, when you go bush bashing, so if I were to go wandering, look at all these jagged thorns and things. They all go down your boots, and it gets really uncomfortable. Are you listening? And what these do is they stop all the thorns and the stones, and if there's a scorpion or a spider, stops them from going down your boots. And if you get bitten by a snake, that's the other thing. It's that little extra layer of protection if you get bitten by a snake. Look, yeah, can you imagine? So just compare and contrast. You know, compare and contrast. Who's got the more sensible footwear? Me. No question. Let's leave these boys to it and wander back. Good luck today, boys. There's the champ, looking good as always, great as always, magnificent as always. Oh, Formeau heading off. Jordan heading off. There's big Gordy. Good to see you as always, Gordy. Good to see you. Sorry? Shoes, yeah, right pair of shoes. Always got to check Gordy's shoes. Wasn't too early this morning. It was probably light, so he's put the right
They've
shoes
got
on.
new laces on because the old ones broke.
That does happen occasionally, but they're the right shoes. I'm very well, Gordy, and we're all very well this morning. Thank you, my friend. And you're well? Super. There's Vinny. Morning, Vinny. How are you? Good, sorry. I'm just going to read some more of the names on your car. Kobayashi. What was Kobayashi in? Formula One? Yeah. Oh, might be another Kobayashi. See how many we can recognise. We did this yesterday. Mahler, don't know. Jean-Eric Petit, Simon Jean-Joseph. He is most definitely my favourite man in all the world. The classiest, most stylish, maybe even the most handsome man in all of the world is Simon Jean-Joseph. Saatchi, just Saatchi. Isn't it great to be known as just Saatchi? Julien Londes. We established who that was. That's Vinny's dad. Or was it his brother? Can't remember. Francois Ogier. That was the champ's dad. Rainer Matouche. Dupont. I do like people that are known by just one name. Just one name. You know you've made it in life when people just refer to you as one name. Which one are we looking at? Yum. Yeah, Yum. Buemi, yeah. Who is the most important one? Seb Loeb? I guess so. I think maybe the most important one is Papa Ogier. Maybe Papa Ogier is the most important one. And we're just enjoying reading that. I can't believe it took us.
You forgot. There's the name Sebastien Loeb, so you.
No, we were just debating. No, we were debating the most.
For me, you must have passed the name, no.
We were debating the most important.
The maestro, right?
The maestro. You're the champ.
You cannot forget him then.
No, we would never forget. But we're wondering the most important name. So I reckon it's Papa Ogier. It's got to be Papa Ogier, right?
For me, at least, yes.
Fantastic. Seb, what did you think of that stage?
A friend or so here around. So.
Yeah, some familiar names. What did you think of the stage last night, Seb, in the motorway super special? What did you think of it?
I think the positive is that there was a lot of people who turn up, and that's always good for the sport. So even if we don't show our sport in the best, let's say, aspect in this moment, I think it's nice that we go closer to the people.
I think it was genius. I think sometimes we do have to do what the sponsors want. I think the execution of it maybe wasn't quite right. The timing wasn't right. It was wrong to keep you guys out there. And then you had that drive back in that storm. I mean, I'd like you to have been driving our car because I was absolutely terrified.
Yeah, I think I was not super relaxed either. At some moment we couldn't see anything anymore. I was aquaplaning. It was an adventure, and the lightning was crazy. So that was nice to watch at least.
It was actually quite awe-inspiring, wasn't it, to see I've never seen a lightning storm like it. It was lighting up the hills and the bay and everything.
Like it was one after each other.
If we'd had time, we could have sat and watched it over a glass of wine. But there we are. Seb, big job today. Best of luck. Big job ahead today for Seb. He's got to absolutely smash the Super Sunday points, not just for himself, but as we mentioned with Elvin, for those really important manufacturer points. If we're being realistic, but it is rallying, anything can happen. That driver's title, it was always a remote chance, but it's looking more and more difficult. But the manufacturers, still very possible with 3 rounds to go. It's going to take a super effort from all of the Toyota boys. But today anything can happen. We saw it, didn't we, in Finland, how things turned around in Finland on that penultimate stage. It was looking like a magnificent day for Toyota, and within the space of 10 minutes, it had all gone the other way. So, that is rallying for you. You cannot count the points until everyone has finished the stage. So, now, who are we looking for? Number 6, who is that, Gordo? That's Dani Sordo. He's stopped. Has he further round? No, he's on his way. Dani Sordo is on his way. Dani Sordo is 5 minutes away. Can't wait to see Dani. How's he feeling this morning? I wonder how his eye is. There we go, 1 or 2 more cars turning up. Dani Sordo, what a day, what a rally this man is having. Hardly put a wheel wrong all weekend. Dani, it was a tough old afternoon. Oops, hello. Let's leave the champ and Dani Sordo. I'll step aside. I was going to go in there. I know my place. Oh, look at the light on Dani. Look at the light reflecting. Look, come round here. Look, it makes him look like look at the light reflecting. It's godlike. It's almost he's touched by something special, by a bit of Greek mythology. Did you see that? That was a moment. That was an absolute moment. That was a moment, Dani Sordo. The light shining up in your face off the car. Oh, my goodness me, my goodness. I've got to ask you a question. Last night, driving back to service, half of your car missing. How wet was your car inside by the time you got to service?
Oh, no, honestly, it was not so bad. I was expecting more, but it was wet because of the roof and all. But yeah, I was thinking same. Now it will start to rain and it will be all inside. But no, honestly, it was not within the wheel. It was much more outside, so they put all the water out. So.
Were you pleased with your effort yesterday? I thought you did a great job yesterday, considering everything. You know, you had to deal with a bash to the head, the puncture, the goggles. You must have been pleased with your performance. It was a great drive to keep Seb behind you.
Yeah, but he was pushing and he's pushing, but we need to be also be focusing on our job. I think manufacturers' points are really important. I think now it's important to finish, because if we don't finish, we don't take the points. And also we are here in the middle of, for sure, we would like to fight for win, you know, and for more. But yeah, sometimes you need to do a job, and yeah.
So whose job is it to score manufacturer points today? Is it yours and Oit's? Is it Oit's and Thierry's? Have you discussed that?
I didn't spoke with Cyril,
Right,
so
okay.
no, but Oit is a little bit more in the back, so I think he need to push, no, for points, and yeah, it's not easy. Also, the stages are really bad, and yeah.
Particularly after the rain last night.
Yeah.
Danny, great job yesterday. Keep it up today.
Right, thank you.
There we are. And the eye's okay? Yeah, let me see. Yeah. Maybe a little scar there, maybe.
Yeah, but it's okay.
That's okay, because that makes you look tougher. Makes you know.
It's not so bad. I was thinking it was more, but yeah.
Looks good.
It's what happens when, in reality, when you try to. We try to separate Oit and Thierry for the fight, and they hit me. So
You are the peacemaker.
I will say now.
He is the peacemaker. Who could argue with that face? You can't really, can you? There we are. Okie dokie. Oh, is this Robert Virves? Yeah, very good. Having a little watch. Mentoring, yeah. Well, Robert's got some very, very strong mentors. Obviously, Oit Tanak gives him a fair amount of support, both, you know, financial and clearly in terms of advice. He gives him lots of support. It is nice just to be able to wander up to an 8 times champion and have a little chat, talk about what might lay ahead, talk about maybe how to approach these stages. Sunday approach, it's never easy, knowing whether to push, knowing whether to conserve your pace and your points. I can hear the dulcet tones of Bex Williams there, so that's all live they're watching. Just, you know, it's really important, really, really important this morning as well, to watch as much as you can of all live, because of that terrible storm last night, just to maybe get an idea before you go into the stage of where there are damp patches, where maybe there might well be still some standing water in the stage. There could well be mud. So to get a little bit of an indication of that is better than going in completely blind. Tyre choices for this morning. Sordo's on 4 softs and 2 hards. That's interesting. He's kept his softs. Tanak 4 softs, just the 1 hard. I think that shows Tanak's intent this morning. 6 softs for Neuville. Ooh, that could be interesting. Formo 5 softs. Softs is the tyre of choice. You would expect that after the rain last night. Softs very much the tyre of choice this morning. It's cooler as well. It's quite considerably cooler. Really very, very pleasant indeed with the weather. It's going to get hotter by the time we get to the power stage, maybe 26, 27 degrees. That compares with 34 degrees at lunchtime yesterday. So yeah, quite a bit cooler than it has been. Big day ahead for Thierry Neuville. Big day ahead. Every day between now and Japan is a big, big day for Thierry Neuville. This is what he's been, you know, I remember back to the days of the IRC when he really started to establish himself as a top-line rally driver. You know, he was working towards being world champion, and it's been hard. There've been some ups, there've been some downs, but oh my goodness me, it is beginning to look as if that hard work, that dream, It's there. It's within touching distance. It really is. Let's just have a look at the conditions in the stage with Thierry. Jourdain into the stage. A little bit of a chance to get a closer look. How's it looking in there, Thierry, this morning after that rain last night?
It's looking quite dry. We can see some dust.
Catching some dust out there, you think? Oh, yeah, look, there's.
Not, but we can see some dust. Yeah.
Okay. What's the plan today, Thierry? What's the plan? You know, you've been the Sunday Supremo during the whole year, but I'm guessing that today is just about getting through and securing all those points.
Yeah, it will be trying to find a good rhythm from similar to yesterday. Getting through the stage, of course, that's the main target, and just follow the feeling. We don't need to take the maximum points today. The target is to be ahead of obviously Jourdain. Münster isn't there. Let's see if we can be faster than somebody else without taking risk and take some points of the day and try to go home with a victory and still a good points lead in the championship.
An extended points lead. You know, this year, last year, previous years, it's not just the Drivers' Championship that you've carried. You've carried Hyundai's hopes in the manufacturers as well. Today's a really important day for your teammates to step up, to take a bit of that responsibility and to score those extra points, and for you to maybe just concentrate on the drivers. Has that been discussed?
No, I mean, obviously we know that Oid will go for the points, so there's no doubt. And I think Dani will do his race. Let's see where he ends up. And for us, it will be a good mix, so let's see.
Good luck today, Thierry Neuville. Martin, we haven't really talked to Martin much this weekend. It's very rude of me. Martin, how are you feeling this morning?
Again, rude to me. It's incredible.
Yeah. Hey, listen, how did you enjoy that drive back home last night with that storm? The lightning was spectacular, but the rain on the motorway was a little scary, wasn't it?
To be honest, from 5:30 p.m. There was nothing enjoyable anymore because it was so hot. It was just road section for a small stage like that. I think it's well organized, but the timing was just not so good.
That's exactly what I thought. Martin, best of luck today. You guys are doing a great job. You know, Martin Vidaga, don't forget, it's what now? Is this the third season, Martin, with Thierry? Is it fourth? Goodness me, time flies by. You know, remember, the week before Monte Carlo, 3.5 years ago, Martin was probably going to watch it on the telly. He then gets the call to sit with Thierry. He's done a magnificent job over the last 3.5 years. He's now within touching distance of being a world champion co-driver. Oh, you know, that is a dream. Let's have a look. Look here, Elliot, look. Worn softs? Not quite sure, but worn on the rear left. Let's have a look at the front. Fronts are new. Rear right, new as well. So 3 new and one worn for Seb. That'll be fine. You know, he knows what he's got to do out there today. Dani Sordo, let's take a wee look at his. Now, who's leading? It's Sammy. It's our favourite Finn. Where is he? Stop somewhere else. It'd be good to have a little chat. Let's take a wander down, no? Take a wander. Danny's got a little bit of time just changing things around. Robert Vierves, what a rally he's having. Leading, dropping back a little, still in the fight very much for the win here in WRC2, as is Johan Rossell, a little bit further behind Robert. We'll have a chat with Johan. Johan, very good morning to you. Last day, obviously, really, really important. It's been one of those rallies. You've been quick, you had a little bit of bad luck, it's dropped you back again. Is it enough for the championship, or do you have to win?
No. For sure, it's not the end if we don't win. The plan is just to continue like that. My speed was here yesterday, and I think we don't close the gap what I want. But yeah. Clean day yesterday. It's still so long. Yeah.
And today the plan is what? I mean, you are 27 seconds behind, something like that. What is the plan?
The plan is to continue to keep the pressure for sure. It's never easy when you have 1 minute behind 20. It's less. Yeah, for sure, not easy with after the rain yesterday night. Incredible condition, I think, on the next one. Yeah, still focus and don't do any mistake.
That is the thing today. Yeah, after that, and good morning, Maciek. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Looking, as always, magnificent. Looking magnificent as always. Look, he doesn't age, that man, does he? You don't age. You really don't age. In fact, how old are you now? No way. Gee whiz, I wish I looked as handsome as you at that age. I really do. I really do. Kaito as well. He doesn't age. These boys, they are just the Peter Pans, aren't they, of the motorsport world. Georg Linnamäe having a little chat with Robert Virves there. You know, this is the future. This is the future of Estonian rallying. These two kids here, they really are. Great to see. And great to see. It's a small country, really small country, Estonia. And we've had, you know, the man who really kicked it all off, Marco Martin, the world champion, Oit Tanak. Small country producing, a bit like Scotland, really. Small country producing, you know, its fair share of fantastic drivers. Okay, there we are, folks. Really, really interesting talk to our drivers this morning. A lot to come. It is just 3 stages. This one should be okay. We were watching some of the all-live coverage there. It actually looks dusty. The one they are all concerned about, they were all concerned about before last night's storm, even more so now, is that second stage. It then is repeated as the power stage. Things in there could be very interesting. Counting your chickens before they're hatched, is that saying something like that? Yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah. Don't count the points. Don't allocate points to anyone until they get through that final power stage, because there is so much still to come here, I suspect, on the final day of the Acropolis Rally of Greece.